Hey guys, this is Triple Threat. In today's episode, we're going to test a variety of eyebrow products that claim to be universal for a bunch of different skin tones. But before we get into it, hit subscribe below.
I don't do my brows like all the time.
Yeah.
I waxed them twice in college and I went once and it was like amazing, and then I went again and it was like gone.
No.
So I was like, nope, never again. But now that I like have a big girl job and like have to be presentable, I like put on makeup and do my brows.
You can't see my brows. I'm very conscious of that.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever left the house without putting my eyebrows on.
Really?
When I first started doing my brows, I was like 13 or 14. My mom was concerned that I did not look like a little girl anymore, so she started to shape them for me, but then I started doing them myself and I got very out of control very quickly, and I obviously took too much hair off, and she told me very early, like in our process doing this, she was like, don't take too much hair off, you're gonna want these brows, and I regret now that I went so hard with the
Mom,
tweezers.
you don't know what you're talking
Yeah. Let's get into doing our brows.
I'm gonna start doing my brows first. First thing I do is kind of run my spoolie through them. I use the ABH Brow Wiz in Ebony, which is kind of dark for me when I have braids in, because I feel like the braids, they're a lot of a look, you know, and I just need like some thicker eyebrows to frame my face. I start out in the middle where like my natural brows are a little bit thicker anyway, and I don't really touch the tip because I like that faded look. And then the most shaping that I do is on the top. Start out a little bit thicker, and when I get to like where the peak is before it goes down, I start to kind of like round out the line I'm making. And that's pretty much my brow. This one is my problem eyebrow. Like this is, you know, sisters not twins. This is like cousin far removed. After I do that, I use clear brow gel just to like keep them together because I don't wax my eyebrows, and again, they're pretty unruly up close. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. The clear is really like forgiving, so some brow gels have color, and like you can totally see if you like mess up.
Yeah.
This is like I can just go like, whoa.
What can you go like?
Woo! Next up, I use NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Amande, that's what it's called. And I only do it on the bottom of my brow. And I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush in 20. So I dip that into my concealer. I don't draw a complete line, like I kind of go at the edge and then go down. Then I use my ring finger and just like lightly blend that in. So that is my brow routine.
So my brow routine, to me, it's kind of lazy. I don't really, it just like can slap some pencil on really quick, and then I lay my unruly hairs down. But I also use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Ebony. But I start with combing them up, and then I just make hair-like strokes with the pencil to find the places I feel are a little sparse. I also don't like to fill my brow and like all the, like I have like these little like tail end things that come all the way down here, but because they're so bushy, I usually like to just stop like right here, and I feel like that looks a little more natural to me. And then I use a clear brow gel from NYX to make sure that the unruly hairs are laying down. So my left brow is my problem brow. You know who also has a problem brow? Beyonce. And I think about that because I have a hair that like sticks up all the time, and so does she. So it always makes me feel better. And that's it for me.
I used to use Anastasia, and now I use the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil, just realizing that it's called Goof Proof. I love that it's slanted.
Yeah.
I do the opposite of you guys. I kind of want them to be like filled in and fuzzy, if that makes sense. I brush them out. I brush them kind of slanted, and then down here I curve at the corner. I usually start at the bottom and try to go from the corner of my eye up. Sometimes I end up out here and then I pull away and I'm like, whoa. So I try to get to the bottom and just go straight over. I don't really have much over here, but I try to go where like the little ends of the hairs are, and take the slanted point and go to the pointy side and just place it, and then do like a straight line all the way to the top of the arch here.
Wait, it doesn't bother you that you're like brushing against the...
That actually irritates
Is it like nails on a chalkboard?
It's not nails on a chalkboard, but it's just so strange. I'm like, well, how will she get them to lay back down? Like,
Yeah, no, if I do that, it's done. It's the end of the day. I have to like wash my face, like.
I have to start over.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of it.
Oh wow.
That looks great.
Yeah, it looks
that
so
was so
pretty.
quick.
And then it's over. So these were all of our brow routines, and now we're going to be trying the Universal Brow products.
First up is the Bare Minerals Brow Master. It's a pomade with a brush, and it is in the color Universal Taupe.
Which is a bold, bold claim.
Universal,
bold.
everybody.
Okay, nope, this is a nay.
Wait.
So not only am I not covering any of my bald patches, but this coloring is just ashy.
How are you supposed to move this product?
It dries super quick.
I like it on you actually, because it's
That
very
looks
pretty.
good. You perfect that
So
shape
taupe is your
and
jam, but
Taupe is my jam.
And is anything even happening on my eyebrow? This one.
no. It looks like a highlight almost. You should keep it maybe for that reason. I honestly would just change the color. If this were a deeper brown suited for someone with a deeper skin tone like mine, I would love it because I love the way it makes my brows look. I love that it's laying down the hairs, but this color is just unforgivable.
It's a no for me, dog.
Same.
I don't know. I like my pencil. It does look, I think it looks good on me. It looks.
It does. It
works.
looks really good.
It definitely works.
Okay, now we're going to try another Universal Taupe. This time from IT Cosmetics. We're going to try their Brow Power and see how we all make out. Guys, I think it's working a little for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I like this already better than just the like pencil.
Same.
I'm liking better than the pomade.
Okay, this might actually be universal for me.
Okay.
I don't hate that.
Do you like it?
You might be doing something.
Okay, I'm into it. It
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah, it looks good on you guys
Wow.
too.
Guys, how does this look for you,
What?
everyone?
Okay, a universal taupe that is
It's
actually
actually
universal.
2 thumbs up.
6 thumbs up. So for our last pencil, we're going to be using the OFRA eyebrow pencil in the color Universal.
Universal again.
I don't like that it doesn't have a spoolie.
I know, I'm sad that I don't know like what to do with my hand.
It's very waxy too.
It's so like sticky.
Yes, that's what it
you
is.
You can't wear a hat with this. You can't have bangs. You cannot wear a hat. You can't probably blink with this.
No.
It's just gonna be like, you can't sweat. It's gonna run down your face.
I think it looks pretty on you for some reason. It's like,
I actually like it.
yeah, it just makes your eyebrows look very natural and like
Yeah.
Bushy.
you're not but like in that glossier, like I'm effortlessly
Oh,
like
Yes.
pretty.
Yeah.
Like that.
Those girls.
Oh, I'll
that-
take it.
Yeah.
I will take a Glossier reference, everyone.
Okay, I actually
My
don't
bottom.
hate this now that I've like
Yeah.
brushed it out. But this is my better eyebrow and it doesn't have as many patches. I don't think this would go
For your problem.
for my
eyebrow.
problem eyebrow.
I would give it like a maybe, like a soft yes.
Yeah. Sure, it's fine. I wouldn't pay for it though, but it's fine.
I would give it a sure as well. So for our final product, we are using the Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom, and it's a universal brow setter in the color transparent.
I like this good little brush
Oh, I
though.
like that. Yeah.
Oh, it's angled. It's gonna like get in the good places. I feel like it's like plumping them up, and they look a little shiny, but not in a way that bothers me. It also made the greasy pencil, the OFRA one, look more natural. It looks way better now.
But it makes the IT Cosmetics one look really smooth and soft.
I also just can't
For
get
sure.
over the detail of that brush.
That's so smart.
I love the it.
Me
Cosmetic
too.
side.
This is my new favorite eyebrow, which is my
Right.
problem eyebrow.
Right. That is.
Wow, I've
I've
never
never-
ever said that about
never.
that. Great.
I really like this product. I don't know if I would buy it because it's Givenchy.
right.
I can't afford that.
I am actually going to swap out my Anastasia and my NYX for the IT Cosmetics and the Givenchy. I was never truly sold on the Anastasia brow pencil, but this I love, and I think this is my new favorite thing.
I am like a part of the cult following for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. With that being said, even though I love it, this guy, IT Cosmetics, worked. and it made my problem brow my good brow.
That is the key.
You know,
It did
like,
that, yes.
I forgot that my left brow was problematic when I used this. I like the fact that it is hard, and I feel like I won't use as much of it, like it'll last me longer. And I also want to steal Sloane's like mapping out of my arch and like where it should start on the inside and like the end.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Thank you for watching this episode of Triple Threat. If there were products that you wish we would have used, let us know in the comments below.
Thanks so much for watching. Comment down below to let us know what you want to see next. Click here to subscribe to Refinery29 and click down here to watch more videos. Bye!